Good morning, everyone. My name is Jesse Curtis. I currently serve as the Deputy Director of the Academy. The Director sends his apologies. He cannot be with us today. This morning we celebrate the graduation of Peace Officer Basic Class 20D 154. That number does have some meaning. 20 is the year, B indicates the second Peace Officer Basic of 2020, and 154 denotes this is the 154th graduating Peace Officer Basic class for this academy. Basic Academy graduation is steeped in history and tradition. Veteran officers who began their careers in Wyoming and who have graduated from our academy, who have shared the same sense of accomplishment and perhaps even the relief felt by you today. Peace Officer Basic Training graduation marks a time of transition as you begin your law enforcement careers. This transition takes you from being an individual contributor to public servants who must now focus on others and not yourselves. This transition was not easy. 21 students started this basic class, and 19 of you are graduating today. You have every right to be proud of your hard work and accomplishments during these last 14 weeks. Not COVID or potential riots or altered schedules were able to shift your focus from the task at hand. Well done. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and our invocation? This class is selected as military veterans to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Good. I would like to ask Mr. Steele to deliver today's invocation.
Thank you, Deputy Director. Please bow with me in prayer. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this wonderful day that you've given us. And Lord, as these officers, these deputies, these wardens go out to their home communities, I just ask that you would place a hedge of protection around them, around their families. Lord, as they work in their communities, I just ask that you would give your blessing to them and help them to be a blessing to their community. With great thanks that we praise you today, Lord. In Jesus' holy name, amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. No organization could, can, or would be successful without the support from behind the scenes, and our academy is no exception to that rule. These staff members are what make this basic training possible and highly effective. As we speak, 3 of our most vital service sections remain at work elsewhere in our facility, for it's their collective efforts that contribute and ensure the quality of today's ceremonies. I would like you to join me in thanking them for their hospitality and their efforts. Our office section is known for its dedication and efficiency. Without them, we could not accomplish our mission. I would also like you to give a round of applause to Ms. Megan and Ms. Tracy in the back. And finally, our last section is our instructional staff. Whatever you may have heard about this group, their pride, their enthusiasms for their jobs, and their dedication to students that they train is second to none. They not only instruct in a wide variety of subjects, they also serve as team leaders, coaches, coordinators, and security for today's event. Would you please join me in thanking them for their dedication? I would also like to take a moment to thank the administrators and mid-level managers and officers that are attending remotely. I would also like to thank the Director of P.O.S.T, Mr. Walsh, who is here with us today. It really means a lot to us that even though we can't meet in person, that you are here in attendance and watching your students graduate. As usual, there are individuals within a class who go above and beyond. Now we want to give recognition to those officers who have achieved distinction in the basic course. Mr. Steele, would you please come forward and present the Physical Fitness Award?
Thank you, Deputy Director. During basic training, the students attend 36 hours of fitness instruction. These training sessions include aerobic, anaerobic, and core strength building circuit training. These students are tested physically from the moment they arrive until their final PT assessment. Each assessment includes their maximum number of push-ups and sit-ups in 1 minute, as well as their time for a 1.5 mile run. The top PT award goes to the student who has the highest cumulative percentile during the final PT assessment based on both age and gender. Please join me in congratulating the top physical fitness award who completed 55 sit-ups in 60 seconds, 66 push-ups in 60 seconds, and did 1.5 miles in 10 minutes, 51 seconds. The Physical Fitness Award for Peace Officer Basic 20B-154 goes to Deputy Patrick Patterson of the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Millick, would you please come forward and recognize those who excel in firearms?
Thank you, Mr. Steele. To prepare for final proficiency scores, Peace Officer Basic students shoot approximately 1,500 handgun rounds at distances of 3 to 50 yards, as well as 600 rifle rounds out to 100 yards. In order for a student to achieve certification, they must shoot a minimum proficiency of 80% with both their handgun and their patrol rifle. The WLEA Top Gun Award is given in recognition of an individual's outstanding performance and dedication to firearms excellence. The top shooter in this class shot 100% with their handgun and 100% with their rifle. The WLEA Top Gun Award for Peace Officer Basic 20B-154 goes to Officer John Ware from the Jackson Police Department. Mr. Walls, would you please come forward to give recognition to those who excelled in academics?
Thank you, Mr. Millick. The students are tested continuously as they progress through their training. They must meet established minimum requirements in order to receive their certificate of successful completion. Specifically, they must pass 10 examinations totaling 593 questions. Would the following students please stand to be recognized for their academic achievements? From the Carbon County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Patrick Patterson. From the Wyoming Game and Fish, Warden Adam Hansen. And also from Wyoming Game and Fish, Warden Mitchell Kern. The top academic award goes to that student who achieved the highest academic cumulative average throughout the Peace Officer Basic. The top academic student in the class had an average of 91.74% over the course of basic training. Out of 593 total questions, this officer answered 544 correctly. The academic award for Peace Officer Basic 20B-154 goes to Deputy Patrick Patterson from the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. On December 19th, 2002, the Custody Control Team initiated a scholarship program to enhance our resources in all skill areas taught at the Academy. It is indeed rare to find students that have the natural physical abilities and desire to perfect their custody control skills. It is even rarer still if they have humility, respect for others, and a spirit that is willing to endure whatever it takes to achieve success. The Custody Control Team has awarded this scholarship to Ellie Latruba of the Jackson Police Department. The scholarship is a tuition and lodging scholarship to attend the Custody Control Instructor course in recognition of your efforts while attending basic training. You clearly demonstrated a rapid acquisition of the required physical skills and principles and a willingness to share those skills to help others. Thank you for your effort. Each class elects a spokesperson to represent their class at graduation to share their collective thoughts and experiences from training. This class has chosen Officer John Ware from the Jackson PD as their speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Walls. Before I begin, I'm going to invite Officer Muir up from the Wyoming Police Department to present. We did a project for this class, and he's going to tell us about it.
Morning. Officer Maynard, Sheriff Police Department. The first 3 weeks of our academy, we spent on the range. Usually it was about 4 hours a day. A couple of days it was all day. We became prepared pretty quickly that the firearms program could benefit from some new tactical training barricades. We were able to find one evening in between all the rapid testing and other things that we could go down and get that done. The barricade started out as a class project. It very quickly became more of a team building exercise. The class became a much tighter group after that evening. I could see it through everybody, and I'm very proud to be a part of this group. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, friends, family, graduates of Academy Class 20B-154. My name is John Ware of the Jackson Police Department. Let me be the first to welcome you to graduation that should never have been. Whether you're the few instructors here in person or watching this online, like the majority of you are, thank you for being the support of these wonderful officers that I've come to know during this utterly unique academy. My fellow graduates, my fellow officers, we are about as lucky as you can be. We were faced with pandemics, riots, scorn and daily ridicule from the media, uncertainty back home, and that was just the first 2 days. We then trained hard, exceeding expectations with a stellar work ethic, self-motivation, and focus to finish, though chaos swirled endlessly in the world outside these walls. There's been a running discussion on what we should call our class. COVID class, riot class, class to defund all classes. There's a suggestion box in the lobby. If you can get to it, it's pretty closed down right now because of COVID. But if you want to do a suggestion, feel free. I have a suggestion. We are the lucky class. You need to be lucky to dodge disease, dodge hurled insults, and again, luckily, to not have to dodge literally thrown bricks. You would have to be lucky, and I'm grateful that we are. Because we need to be lucky the rest of our careers. Lucky to come home with all the pieces, physically and psychologically, we left with. Now lucky to go an entire career and not find yourself held criminally responsible for not just doing your job, but by doing your absolute best in a horrible situation. Lucky to not be demonized by the people you seek to protect and to serve. To many, this would seem like too much of a risk. Cops are leaving the force in record numbers, and I bet some of your friends and family are asking themselves, and possibly you, why in the world would you step into this now? Well, you've got to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky? I've spent enough time with the men and women of this academy class to know that the answer is a simple one. We would not be caught dead doing anything else. I can assure you that this is not a passing phase that will just grow out of. I know this because it is a decision made with all the potential consequences in perfect clarity. A speech like this could be very abstract in referencing the hardships we might face, leaving the relative safety of the academy for the streets. Mine does not have to be. We lived it. We know it. We choose to do it. And I, for one, am feeling very lucky. To the amazing instructors of the Wyoming Law Enforcement Academy, thank you for giving us all the basis of performing our careers to come. You taught us to be vigilant, professional, to finish the fight, and most importantly, to always be asking, what's scary now? We will take these skills and knowledge you have driven into our thick cop skulls the rest of our lives. Thank you so much. To the family of these amazing people that are watching currently, watch over them, love them, pray for them. You are the reason we are who we are, the reason we go out every day, and the reason that we fight to come home every night. Thank you for being the safe harbor in this horrible storm. To my fellow officers, remember your oath every minute of every day. We must uphold the rights of any and every person, which are given by God and were wisely written into the Constitution by great men. We are the protectors of the unprotected. We are the calm moderation when everything else fails. Blessed be the peacemakers. The scrutiny you now have is higher for us, and I believe that we can meet this gaze with confidence and professionalism. Remember to treat everyone with dignity, as it is the single thing we all seek, and is the one most often refused by others. Finally, I would like to encourage you in the profession you must have been insane to choose. Look to your family and your friends, and those so close that you can't tell the difference. Look at the pride they have for you, the pride they feel, and the pride that you feel is because this job matters. This is a calling. That feeling, that pride, it proves it. You could be doing any manner of things, but no, you're a cop. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, class, for this project, and thank you, Officer Ware, for your words. Very insightful. Now to our final award. In every class, there are those students who are willing to distinguish themselves by their exemplary work and efforts. They strive to be the best of the best within their class and their chosen profession. As a form of recognition for the one student who continually performed to the best of their abilities, the Academy has established the Honor Graduate Award. Mr. Kogan and Mr. Walsh, will you please come forward and give recognition to those students who have been nominated for this award.
Thank you, Deputy Director. The Honor Graduate Award is the highest honor the Academy presents to a student graduating from the Wyoming Law Enforcement Basic Course. In order to be eligible to receive this award, a student must be nominated by a member of the instructional staff. It is not a popularity contest. It is an honor just to be nominated. Once the officer is nominated, a very comprehensive and objective point system is used to assess the nominee's performance while attending the basic. The specific areas evaluated are the student's academic scores, proficiency in firearms, custody control, and physical fitness. In addition, the students are assessed in the following 6 areas of professional citizenship: leadership, effort, cooperation, initiative, attitude, and improvement. In alphabetical order, will the officers please come forward to receive your merit award in recognition of your nomination. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Derek Lang. From the Carbon County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Patrick Patterson. The Honor Graduate Award recognizes that one student in each basic class who exemplifies the attributes of the professional peace officer and who performed exceptionally in all phases of training. In addition to receiving the plaque, and with the intent to encourage the recipient beyond today's recognition, The honored graduate will receive a $500 scholarship for any advanced training offered here at WLEA. It's a long-standing tradition that the audience stand while the honored graduate award is presented. Please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my honor to present the honored graduate award for Peace Officer Basic 20B 154, and it goes to Deputy Derek Lang from Campbell County Sheriff's Office. Please be seated. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. On behalf of the Academy staff instructors, office staff, maintenance, custodian, and cafeteria personnel, and the many guest instructors who appeared before you, I want to add our collective congratulations to you, the members of Peace Officer Basic 20B 154 on your graduation day. Enjoy this day. You've accomplished what many desire, but few can. And successfully completing this, sometimes physically strenuous, often mentally taxing, Peace Officer Basic. This has been a good class. They came together early and quickly gelled as a team. They demonstrated a great amount of work ethic and positive attitudes that have helped create an environment for success for these peace officers, and each one has taken advantage of it. As for our guests, we realize that life didn't stop back home for all of you who were left behind. The same tasks had to be done, decisions made. There were many people left behind the scenes that had to fill in so these officers could concentrate fully on the task at hand. So, although they're here to celebrate these officers, the Academy would also like to take a moment and recognize those who have been taking care of life back home over the last 8 weeks. Please join me in thanking your loved ones who also had a large part in making this basic training successful for you. We do thank you for your sacrifice. Understand that while sending your officers here, truthfully, we're about as likely as excited as you are to get them back. We truly miss each one of you. Each staff member here and guest instructor that stood before shares in the celebration with you. Sweat, blood, tears have been shed alongside of yours over the last 2 months in an effort to prepare you, not only for this day, but for the difficult job that you're returning to. We all join with your family, friends, and co-workers in wishing you a very bright future. There are representatives in our video audience today from several Wyoming law enforcement organizations that have played an important part in the ongoing success of the Academy. These associations contribute expertise, financial assistance, manpower, and moral support from their membership that only serves to strengthen the Academy's programs. We wouldn't be able to provide the training we do without their faithful support. The Academy would specifically like to thank the Wyoming Association of Sheriffs and Chiefs of Police, the Peace Officers Standing and Training Commission, the Peace Officers Association, and the Wyoming Law Enforcement Chaplains Association. Those representing those organizations, if you would please pass on to your boards and members our sincere appreciation for the support they give. And finally, we want to thank each one of you, the members of Peace Officer Basic 20B 154, for your contribution to the continued success and improvement of this Academy and to the citizens of the state of Wyoming. Know that our staff appreciates the valuable and dangerous job you have accepted on behalf of Wyoming residents. Our prayers for your safety and that you will fulfill personally and professionally everything you want in your career. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience and graduates, it is indeed the collective pleasure of the entire Academy staff to see that you are handed one of the products of your intense efforts. Deputy Director Curtis, I recommend the awarding of certificates for successful completion of Wyoming P.O.S.T approved 605-hour Peace Officer Basic Course. Officers, when I call your name, please come forward and receive your certificate. From Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Aaron J. Beliles. From Douglas Police Department, Officer Anthony M. Boonstra. From the Riverton Police Department, Brandon L. Brookover.
Thank you.
From the Wyoming Division of Criminal Investigation, Todd A. Colton. From the Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Sarah A. Dugan. From the Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Adam A. Hansen. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Jared T. Kaplan. From the Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Mitchell J. Kern. From the Laramie County Sheriff's Department, Andrew M. Kidd. From the Campbell County Sheriff's Office, Derek J. Lang. From the Torrington Police Department, Matthew G. Mestis. From the Sheridan Police Department, Vernon J. Maynard. From the Green River Police Department, Lars F. Mandro. From the Carbon County Sheriff's Office, Patrick J. Patterson. From Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Kelly A. Pauling. the Goshen County Sheriff's Office, Matthew J. Ringel. From the Cheyenne Police Department, Anthony B. Valbush. From the Jackson Police Department, Ellie Utruba. From the Jackson Police Department, John W. Clark.
Almost done. These past 14 weeks have required considerable investment in time, energy, and money to prepare you to serve your communities as law enforcement officers. We have saturated you with knowledge, law, terms, and tactics, tested you each week, sprayed you, tossed you, ran you, and made some of you drive beyond your comfort zone and ours. We place you in multiple scenarios that require you to demonstrate your ability to search buildings, make traffic stops, and respond to domestic violence calls. You encountered non-compliant and deadly suspects, investigated crimes, and handled people with mental illness, all while maintaining your composure and professional demeanor. Despite all of this exposure, the reality is the real work and the training begins when you walk out of these doors. The public you serve will be far more critical of your job performance than any of our instructors ever were. Your next phase of training begins with your field training officers in your own agencies, who will build upon your knowledge and skills to make you even better and apply those skills in real-life situations. As you encounter those situations, it is important to always act with honor and integrity. Remember that law enforcement is always under the watchful eye of the public, and when one officer chooses a path of adverse actions or behaviors, that choice often affects all of us. That poor choice may very well tarnish the badge that so many have worked so hard to uphold. So, as a public affirmation of your commitment to uphold the high standards required of our law enforcement profession, I now ask you, in front of your family, your colleagues, your administrators, and guests, to submit to the Law Enforcement Oath of Honor. Staff instructors, would you please come forward, Director, and participate together. Wyoming's veteran instructors and our state's newest officers to profess your commitment to perform their jobs ethically, honorably, and with integrity. Please stand. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. On my honor.
On my honor.
I will never betray my badge.
I will never betray my badge.
My integrity.
My integrity.
My character.
My character.
Nor the public trust.
Nor the public trust.
I will always have the courage.
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others.
to hold myself and others
accountable for our own actions.
accountable for our own actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution.
I will always uphold the Constitution
And the community that I serve.
and the community that I serve.
Thank you. Audience, I would like to present to you the graduating class, Peace Officer Basic 20B-154. For those of you who are joining us virtually, thank you for your attendance. We are going to be signing off now. Have a good day.